It's not playing.
Family,
Okay.
this is the conversation that a lot of you have been waiting on. Updates from my surgery. Before we get into it, this whole entire video will be rated M for mature audiences only. So I'm going to give those of you time to skedaddle. This conversation will not be for you. Dame, how come we couldn't have known sooner about what you're winning the surgery for? Well, two things. One, everybody talks about everything in their time, right?
Mhm.
Being the fact my post-op for my surgery is tomorrow, I can now speak about it. And that's what I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait.
Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. This is kind of interesting how, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you just can just get up. Like, person put the same thing for people that get their height up. Like, they just chop the ankles. It's not the same thing, but it is at the same time. Let's hear what the man had to say.
Wait my 6 weeks. No, I did not get a gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, nothing of that nature. No, I did not get knee surgery, nothing of that nature.
There. Well, he didn't get it, but that's what I mean. It's kind of the same process. Like, because you go to make your body better or get an upgrade from an artificial stuff and something like that.
Here. But your boy,
He said,
I got the Superman. Dang, what's the Superman? Well, for those of you that have been following me for a long time and you have watched all or even some of my health updates, there was one particular video. And a lot of my foodie fam, they're already on it. I saw you guys in the comment section. You knew exactly what I went in for. You knew exactly what I went in for. Salute to every last one of you, because that means your foodie fam that been rocking out the long way. And you make sure that you're tuned in to all of my videos. So love and respect. ED, y'all. Erectile dysfunction. I don't have a problem talking about anything in my life whatsoever. And
at least shout out to the man. He don't have any problem talking to his personal issues. Shout out to the man. There's a lot of people out here. Like I'm not saying like, there's a lot of matter of fact, yes, there is a lot of people out here that really have huge difficulty talking about what they have going on in their life, or like what difficulties or what make them look a little less attractive or something like that. Shout out to the man, because me personally, I wouldn't care. I would say it for real. I would say, yeah, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, there's something going on down there. But it takes a lot of courage, especially for a man of his age, to come up to that conclusion and say, hey, he got that issue, it needs to be fixed. Shout out to him.
I did a video that was called Living with ED. I broke everything down in that video, just like I'm going to break everything down and hopefully answer some of the questions that my kings out there may have when it comes to the penile prosthetic. Yes, the implant, baby. This is for individuals living with ED. This is when you go to your doctor, fellas, and a lot of you have strong egos about you. Trust me, I was one of the individuals. Not a lot of men want to admit the fact that they cannot be sexually active.
I was just saying that. Shout out to him for that, because a lot of men don't have the courage to actually come to that conclusion. They will try to like blame that thing on the other person, talking about something. I asked something. No, man. If you can't get hard, you can't get hard. Say that, man. Say that. Sometimes you can't get hard because it's that woman. Sometimes it might be, you know what I'm saying, the woman is not really all that she said that she was. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him, because not a lot of grown men have that courage. I would, but that he definitely does.
Regardless of what they do. It happens for various reasons. It's diabetes. It happens old age. It happens because you're just not really in the mood, though you may think that you are. There's a multitude of reasons why you cannot perform sexually. So you go to your doctor. Doc, what do you have for me? I need to get back right. I need to get back to myself. Doc is like, listen, let's start with pills. So doctor, he'll start trying.
I said that you go to the doctor to see if you can. What if you go to the hospital to use pills and pills don't work? What do you do next? What do you do next? Let's see.
With Viagra or something similar to it in hopes that will help. And maybe in the beginning it does help. But then maybe after that, your body just kind of gets acclimated to it and it's no longer helping.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself not showing up to the occasion when you would love to show up to the occasion. And you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. That does a lot to a man mentally. I'm gonna tell you right now, it did a lot to me mentally when there were just a whole lot of times your boy I couldn't rock out. I could do everything else. Show up to the party, make sure everybody's having a good time up off in the party, right? But when it came time for me and my boy to be at attention, like, hey, we in the building.
That definitely sounds frustrating. I ain't gonna hold you. That definitely sounds frustrating. You over here, you getting ready, you know what I'm saying? You got all the right stuff going on. Yeah, or she's touching you right. You ready to go. You ready to go. When it's time to get into action, come on. You over here having a whole conversation with yourself, talking about some, come on, come on, don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. Like, don't do that. Yeah. I ain't laughing at the man. I'm just laughing at the situation because it sounds frustrating. Like the girl's ready to go. She, you know what I'm saying? She let it, you know that she's ready to go. And then you just can't get to it. Damn.
Ready to get busy, I there's nothing I can do. Bet. So now Viagra's no longer working. What next, Doc? Well, we can always go ahead with the penis injections. Ouch. Doc, I don't even do drugs. You want me to start injecting myself? Come on, Doc. Why are we playing those games? And you want me to inject my boy? The most sensitive of areas. It's one thing when you're injecting your arm or if you're injecting your stomach, for diabetics, right? It's another thing when you're injecting your boy. Doc. It's like, hey, you want to be sexually active, right? Yeah. Inject yourself. All right, bet. So now, y'all, I'm injecting the boy. I'm injecting my business. Maybe I was
I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, it comes to probably the it depends because sometimes I'll be like, if you would have taken care of your health, I'm not saying he wasn't, but I feel like if that's the case, sometimes if he was taking care of your health, that wouldn't be happening. Because if you have diabetes, how far did you go? I don't know because I don't know the man's story. I'm gonna have to follow more on the man before I actually have a thought process about it. Because I believe that if you're taking care of your health your health to a degree, that wouldn't be happening. Now you need to be injecting yourself to get hard. That's messed up. That I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not making fun of the man or nothing. Oliver, shout out to the man because he was able to come, like, at least get to the conclusion that he had erectile dysfunction that need to be fixed. But some of this stuff could be avoided, man. Like some of this stuff seriously could be avoided because that's nuts. Like you gotta like used to for diabetes, like you say, what I'm saying, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying, you gotta do what you gotta do, but now you gotta do this to your boy. Like he said, his boy. Jesus Christ.
injecting myself wrong because it hurt. And those little injections right there is not for me. I'm going to tell you right now, it is not for me. It might be for you fellas, in all respect if it is, but it was not for me. Couldn't get down, couldn't get busy with it. Doc, what else do you have for me? It was like, well, remember when we were talking about surgery? The prosthetic penis? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
The
Superman.
cylinder. Oh, yeah. It was like, we can always do surgery. If that's my only option left, yeah. Yeah. And I know there's pumps out there that fellas can take to see if we can go ahead and pump up the business and get you rocking, but excuse me, wasn't for me. And so, when I first went to get the surgery done, that's when my A1C was out the roof. If it's too high, they will not do the surgery, fellas. You have to be
I'm genuinely curious to see what the A1C is. I'm gonna have to like do some research on that. I don't know if it's your blood, your health, like what is it? Like what is it? What seriously, like what is it? Hmm.
7 and below on your A1C in order for them to approve that surgery. If you're up there, they won't do it. There could be possible complications. Doctors do not want that business. They want to make sure that you stay safe. They want to make sure that there's no type of wild infections because your A1C is crazy or rejection of the surgery altogether because your A1C is crazy. So it took me a while, y'all. It took me over a year and a half just to get my numbers back to where they are
For some
now, currently.
for some prosthetic PP, bro. I I don't want to sit like I say. I don't want to sit here and trying to bash the man, but I mean, I know you got to get busy with it. Like I'm saying, like that's something that you need as a man. Unfortunately, you need your PP to be working properly. But A year for prosthetic PP, bro. Prosthetic PP. I don't.
And to get approved for the surgery. All right, now let's get into the surgery. So, with at the time, I was with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you got to go through a whole process with your insurance company, especially when it comes time to get your boy manufactured. You have to go through a whole entire process, and you got to make sure that there's no kind of exceptions, exclusions, this, that, and the third. And Blue Cross Blue Shield was like, he's okay, he's good to go. So I remember leaving a week before the surgery was supposed to take place, right? I remember leaving to Miami on a fellow's trip, and 2 days into being in Miami, I get a phone call from the scheduler who said that the insurance denied my surgery that I was supposed to get when I got back from vacation. I was looking forward to the surgery at this point, y'all. I'm like, oh man, they did? What's going on? They're like, don't worry, we're trying to do an appeal, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh
I'm
my
trying to
goodness.
see
So Blue Cross Blue Shield.
when he had it. Like when did he had it?
I was one and done. It was a wrapperoni. I was done. And when I wake up, I think you guys actually remember because the operating table. I was like, oh, let me show you a little bit closer. So now I'm going in. I'm going in. They're
Okay, he's going
wheeling
for the
me
surgery.
down the hall.
He's going for the surgery. He's going for the surgery. Let's see how the surgery went. Cause I don't want to hear how the surgery went.
Away, and if certain hospitals that you go to, there's things all in the hallway, other beds in the hallway, people passing. Sometimes the hospital hallways are small, and I had saying just a tiny person actually just when I say tiny person, I just mean she was a shorter woman actually, just pushing me down the hallway, and I'm like, oh man, I hope she doesn't like destroy my feet because they're hanging off the bed. They don't make them for 6'6" brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? But we get into the operating room, and I saw the operating table, family, and I'm looking at over the table, and the table was floss. It was floss. It was this was the operating table. I was like, oh, let me show you a little bit closer. I'm a big brother. Were you gonna roll me off of my current bed onto an operating table that can't really hold me? Now what if I fall on the table? What if the operation goes wrong? Surgery goes wrong? What am I gonna do? They're like, all right, Mr. Patterson, we are now going to roll you over onto the cold operating table. They rolled me over. I swear both butt cheeks was hanging off the side of the operating table. I'm a big brother. That's a small little table. Doesn't matter. My doctor's over there cracking jokes. Anesthesia dude come in, talks to me a little bit. Doc's like, hey, listen, you're going to feel just like maybe a little slight discomfort in your hand because that's where they had the IV. And, we're going to pump the fluid in. And then you're going to be out like a light. You won't remember anything. You will wake up a little groggy. Your throat's going to be a little sore from the breathing tube, but you're going to be okay. Okay, that's what I remember him saying. I remember a nurse comes over. I remember her holding my arm, and she was like, now I need for you to breathe deeply 3 times. That's it. Just breathe.
He's out. He won't be out. He gonna be out by probably the second one. He won't be out by the second one.
I kid y'all not. By the second,
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew. I knew it.
gone. Your
I
boy
knew
was
it.
gone.
I
I
knew
was
it.
out. I was out like a light, family. I was one and done. It was a wrapperoni. I was done. And when I wake up, I think you guys actually remember because I still did a food review with the scratchy throat piece from the hospital. Breathing tube is out. I'm feeling pressure on my boy, and I didn't want to look. I didn't want to look down at it, see what it was. And
Can you imagine you go to a hospital, right? Because you're trying to get prosthetic PP, right? you go, you go, you go. I can't get it out. You go to a hospital, right? And you get your PP done. And when you wake up, ain't no doctors around. And you're like, they're probably on the break or something. And then you look down, there's no people. The camera went down. And when they get up, you look up and your peepee's gone. Let me play the video, bro. Oh, God.
I looked, and I had the mummy wrap. It was just thick bandages just all
Oh,
over my
my head
boy.
hurt.
And I remember my legs had like compressions on the leg to keep the blood flow maintained in the leg to kind of stop from swelling of the feet. I remember that laying in the bed and just kind of being out of it and it taking me a minute just to get all of the fluids that were in me, just the anesthesia that was in me, just to have that flushed out and to get back to a quote unquote normal feeling. And the catheter, the catheter, that was something else. I'm like, eventually the catheter has to come out. Is that going to hurt? I never
Oh,
had a
okay, okay.
catheter inside my boy before.
I was wondering what he was talking about. I remember like the thing they put in your arm, like plastic, but it's not plastic, or tissue or whatever you want to call it. They have a specific material to it.
Like, is that going to hurt when they got to take it out?
I'm still doing.
There are like so many things run
I'm still going. It's gonna be funny.
through your mind, and you just want to know how the operation went. That's it. You want to know how the operation went, family, and you're waiting to hear back from your doctor. And then they come in and they're like, oh, everything went great. No complications whatsoever. And
Hold up. It's not even about the video. Do anybody else be having that problem where you got like piece of freaking mustache sticking up in your nose, right? That thing be sticking up in your nose because I got a dog, so I be thinking it's the dog fur, but it's not the dog fur. I be digging inside of my nose. Right now, a piece of freaking mustache in my freaking.
and now, boom, boom, we'll give you next steps. We'll be in contact with you. Just relax, rest, and we'll be back. I remember I couldn't leave until I peed. I couldn't leave the hospital until I peed. And when it was time to get that catheter pulled out, y'all, I remember it like it was yesterday. My nurse, she was amazing. So she comes over, she's like, hey, it's time to remove your catheters. It's the following day. And I'm like, oh, man. She's like, don't worry about it. No pain at all. You'll be just fine. No pain at all. Woman, you? No, woman, no. It's my boy. It's my
I'm supposed to
business.
feel pain.
He just got finished getting
I'm supposed
manufactured.
to feel pain.
I just got finished getting the
I've always felt like
Superman.
you're
We're going to talk about
Superman.
why I call it Superman. I just got finished getting the Superman. She was like, I need you to breathe. Is this hospital always focused on breathing? They told me the same thing when it was time for me to go night-night. Just breathe deep, Dame. By your third breath, I'm pulling this thing out. Ooh. Pulling it out? What you talking about?
Another one. You imagine she said, "Oh, y'all know where I'm going with this. I even need to finish it. I'm gonna pull it out." You.
I breathe. Nervous. Nervous. She said, on this last one, Dame, I'm yanking. Just deep. She pulls it out. And she was right. There was no pain, but you feel it. You feel it coming out. You feel like a little bit of pressure coming out, and you don't have to pee right away or anything like that because you're still scared. You're still nervous to urinate, fellas. It's gonna happen. Your mind is gonna be messing with you the best way it can because all this is brand new to you. All of it is brand new to you. She was like, "How was that?" I was like, I'm here. I'm fine. I'm good." She's like, "All right." Well, she was like, "Just remember, you can't leave today until you pee. You want some water? Yes, please. Bring me some water." All right. So she brought me water. I'm drinking the water, but nothing. She did this and was doing this, bringing me water from like 9:45 in the morning until I finally peed, which was probably like closer to 4 in the afternoon. Fine.
Hey, Mister.
Let me tell you something. Nerve blockers, family. I had so many nerve blockers in my system, so to help alleviate.
It's not. I know his stuff was probably worse than mine. Not even probably was worse than mine. I had an issue where I cut all this when I was a child. I still feel the pain to this day. I think I permanently damaged one of these nerves. I cut all my thumb when I was a kid. mess around with some darn glass. So I went to the doctor. It was hurting like hell. They sew it, wrap it up, give me some antibiotics. They put some anesthetic or whatever you want to call it on my finger first. Didn't feel nothing. Then they prescribed me some pills. I went home. So I said, I'm good. I don't feel nothing, man. I'm over here chilling. I'm saying I don't feel nothing. That thing went away. I felt like all my hand was hot and pain. I was gripping it like this, thinking that the pain was gonna go away. It's not how it worked.
Pain, just so you don't feel anything. And Doc was like, listen, Advil, Tylenol, you'll be taking those. You're going to need those. You're going to have slight discomfort at night trying to sleep. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, I was fine for 48 hours. I was like, Advil? Who needs Advil? Tylenol? Who needs Tylenol? I'm good.
Watch, he gonna mess around, not even take the pills. That's what I did too. I didn't take the damn pills, thinking that my hands was okay. It was okay, all right. That's it. Watch.
I'm Superman now, baby. I'm good. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't know what everybody else, or the other fellas go through. I don't go through nothing. Day 3. Gotta get the ice pack. Yeah, mama, let me get the ice pack. Let me get the ice pack. Let me get 2 Advil. Let me get 2 of them things. Because let me tell you, while you're icing your boy, the bat and the balls, while you're icing all that, because
it's funny. He hit the note and everything. So I was like, ooh. He's funny. He's funny. Shout out to my man, though.
It's all swole. Woo, is it swole? When those nerve blockers wear off, it is something ferocious when them nerve blockers wear off, family. Whew, okay. I got through it. I'm kidding you not, fellas. The doctor says you're going to need about 6 weeks of recovery. Tomorrow is the official day of my 6 weeks of recovery. A strong 4 weeks before you start feeling as if it doesn't hurt as much, not as uncomfortable to shower, you know what I'm saying, to clean up, to get yourself all the way together, to not have to rock so and rely so heavy on Advil and or Tylenol. It took me a solid 4 weeks. By the 5th week, I'm like, okay, I'm moving about a little more easier. These showers are getting a little more easier. I'm not as swollen. The boy is looking better. The boy looked good before. Don't get me wrong. But the boy looking better. Fellas, what you're going to hear from other men who have had this surgery, the Superman, is that if you're used to a particular length, after the surgery, you're not as long, you're not as strong. Tissue.
See, that's messed up. See, that right there is messed up. You want to know why it's messed up? Because you go to the hospital to get a surgery, right? To get your PP right, to get your rectile stuff out of the way, right? Now you end up losing an inch. So you telling me, I'm assuming that's what he gonna say. So you telling me if I had 8 or 7, if I have a 7, or if I have a 6 or 7, right? I'm gonna lose an inch. So imagine if I had 5 inch of PP, so I'm gonna have 4. That's I don't think, to me, in my eyes, I don't think it's worth it. But then again, I think it comes to the fact where if you're not used to this kind of situation, you think you will never do it because you're not in that situation. But I'm pretty sure if you had the option, I say it's like, for example, if you're in the desert and you don't have no water, right? And then when you find any kind of water, you'll drink it because you're in the situation. And when you are in a place where there's water everywhere, like if the water is there, you're not gonna drink it because you have the option to drink clean water. That's the same thing. But it's like, but I don't know. Like, you lose an inch in your PP, bro.
Tissue rebuilding. You're going to be going through something called cycling.
Okay.
Once it's all said and done, your doctor's going to like, all right, we're going to do a cycle. And now it's time to explain to you exactly how all of this works.
Okay.
It only took about 18 minutes. But I needed to give you the preface, the beginning of all this madness. Let's get into it. Dane, for those who have no idea what's going on, I need to give you visuals. And I'm sorry, I do not have the actual miniature pump that's inside of the scrotum. But what I do have, we're going to take this real quick, and we're going to take a little McNiggy. Okay, go. All right, look. This is there. Yeah, this is a little bit larger, which is the pouch that's inside of your abdomen. The pouch. Keep the pouch in mind, all right? A little McNiggy.
Excuse me.
This is the ball, because it's round, but not like a cap. Just imagine a full, another one of these, but smaller. The ball that's inside of your scrotum. So what's going to happen is you are literally going to, with one hand, kind of hold the ball sack, with the other hand, feel for the ball in your scrotum, and you're going to squeeze it once. Once you squeeze, right, it's going to trigger the pouch that's going to release the fluid out of the other tube. So imagine a tube going from the ball to the pouch that's in your abdomen, and then, of course, another tube coming out into the cylinder device inside of the penis. Okay? So, 3. I'm trying to do it so you can see everything here, y'all. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to improvise with McDonald's. But the last one is the actual device inside of your penis. So you're gonna pump the ball, which is of course gonna activate the liquid that's gonna come from the pouch in your abdomen and go right here into the shaft. Okay? Now, as it's going into the shaft, we're gonna go from a semi-raw ski, and we're slowly gonna start to rise to the occasion. Boop, boop, boop. When you're ready to play. This is you ready to play. You can go here. Don't worry, you cannot overpump. Like you're gonna feel it empty out. You'll feel it. You're gonna know when it's time to stop pumping the Reebok's pump. But you control your erection. You control it 100%. There is no moments anymore of can I or
It sounds amazing. Hold up. Let him finish. Let him
will I
finish.
perform. It's you're always ready for every single occasion at any given time of the day. It doesn't matter the hour, it doesn't matter the moment, it doesn't matter who you're with. You are always going to be ready because you controlled it. Boop, 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 boop. You already controlled it. Now, Dan, what happens when I'm done and it's just chilling? Because that's all it's going to do. It's just going to chill. It doesn't go down like a normal erection would after that blood rush and after all the
It doesn't go down after you're done. So you have to put it down yourself. What happened if you hold up now. What? Nah, bro. This is crazy. Nah, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. I'm still recording, but this is fucking nuts. This let me play the video, boy. This is nuts. Oh my god. Hold up.
happiness done spilled over, pun intended. And then eventually it just kind of makes its way back down to normal. Your new Superman,
So you had to pump it out.
Man of Steel, stays Superman, Man of Steel, until you go back to holding the scrotum, and now on the same ball device, the opposite end, there's like a little deflate nodule. Little deflate nodule that you have to push. Until your boy's back to chilling again.
At least he did a great job explaining this. That I can give him a lot. He got a lot of points. Every time he says something, he got a lot of points for explaining this thing and make you have a better understanding of what it is. Because if it was somebody else, I'll be lost out of words. But right now, this shit's crazy. This is crazy. If it stay hard, it will stay hard the whole time. And if you lose the pump, you lose the damn pump, and that shit. Not making fun of him. Like I said, bro, he did his thing by going over there, get a prosthetic PP. How you call it, the Superman? He got the Superman, but imagine someone else just go and get that prosthetic PP done. Somebody, you done mess up with a wrong girl. You didn't let her know your secret. She done having a great time. You had a choo choo going on, man. Yeah, y'all was having choo choo action going on. And then she got so mad. She just grabbed the damn prosthetic that make the thing go up. She just grab it and walk off with it. And now you got a super he got a rock hard Superman. Just man, like I said, I'm not making fun of this dude, but imagine somebody in that situation, man, where somebody you don't mess out with the wrong girl and she took the thing away from you. Now you gotta go to the doctor. I hope that they give you two of them. Now, I hope that they give you an extra one if you lost it, or you might as well just have somebody or something and on speed dial so you can get this shit because you're about to be walking everywhere. Even go to the Uber eat with them.
But until you press that,
My God,
you're Superman, Man of Steel, the whole entire time. The whole entire time. Fellas, I know what you're thinking. Well, I'm never going to not press it. I'm going to just remain on rock candy. I'm going to remain on rock. I'm going to remain like this. I'm going to chill like... It's going to be discomforting after a while. Just keep in mind, your tissue is being retrained. The tissue inside of your penis is being retrained by you. This is where cycling comes in. Once you're done, however many minutes, however many hours, whatever you want to do, because now you control it, your business, handle your business. But once you're done, once you're back to regular, your doctor's going to recommend that you start cycling. And what cycling is just random times throughout the course of the day, usually for about, let's say, half hour to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, you just randomly pump this thing up. You just randomly... Psst, 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 psst. You know what I'm saying? You can't just you can't just go from here to it doesn't work that way.
right?
It's little intervals. It's like it's gonna take you a minute. However, cycling, that's something that you do every single day because you have to retrain the tissue inside the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
You have to retrain it, and it will help. It will help with, a little bit of girth activity, a little bit of, making it just a little bit longer. You're not going to go from whatever you are at erection for the first time. You're not going to go from there and grab all these extra inches. That ain't going to happen. But while you're retraining the tissue, it is going to start to, lengthen just a little bit. Just a little bit. It might not even be noticeable to you the way it lengthens, but it is because it's being retrained. You might not even get back what you once had. You might have been a 10-incher, a 12-incher.
I was just saying that. So technically you win some to lose some. I mean, everything as life is to win some to lose some. But really? Damn.
And then you find out after surgery that, you 9.5 or you are 11 and a half. And you might not get back to a full 12 Roski or a full 10 piece. You might not. Who knows? I don't know. All I'm saying. Man, my phone blown up. They must be hearing me talking and doing this to you live. All right, but all I'm saying is you are now in control of your sexual activity. You didn't have this control before. You know what I'm saying to you? You wished upon a star in hopes that you could be sexually active. And sometimes it was a hit or miss.
Let me let it finish because I was gonna skip forward, but let me let the man talk. Because the video's almost over anyway, but he about to finish in a minute. I got so much to say. It's
Well, now after you get the prosthetic penis, the implant, the coloplast, the Titan, right? Now that once you get that, family, you're back in control of your life. You get to get that back. You get to get that confidence back. That's a good feeling, fellas. Okay, I actually need you. But that's a good feeling. So, thank you for those of you that made it to the end of this long video. I know this was a long video. Again, I do not have any problems talking about this whatsoever. There are individuals that have been close to me that have known I went in for the Superman treatment. Dang, what's the cost, right? What's the out-of-pocket cost? Because the only way the insurance is going to cover it, something has to be wrong with you. For me, the diabetes, the me trying everything else and everything else is not working, and then insurance giving me the green light. They took care of that bill. What is the cost out of pocket? Real quick, before I end the video, this surgery, from what I hear, could be anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000. 40 to 50.
That's a car. That's a brand new car. That's a brand new car. That's a 2023, 2024 brand new car. You know what? He's almost done.
50 grand. That's the kind of business you're walking around with after it's all said and done. There is a doctor in Virginia. Because don't trust and believe, y'all. I had to look up my other options in case insurance wasn't going to show me love. But there is a doctor in Virginia that is well known for doing a multitude of these surgeries all the time. I got to get his name again, but 20 grand. And he hit you with the lengthening piece too for like an additional 5 piece. Like this, he got some things going on over there. Crazy. So for those that have to pay out of pocket, you do have an option. You do not have to spend 40 or 50 grand. You can find this doctor and get it for almost half the cost, right? So, but at the end of the day, just to get a peace of mind, to get you back to being sexually active, to get you back to, pleasing your partner or having your partner feel as if he or she actually matters in your life. Because I know it wears on them as well when they've done everything possible to get your attention and get you at attention. And your boy's like, nah, chill. I'm going to just remain out flaccid and I'm not doing anything and I'm not going anywhere. So that does mess with you after a while. But if you want to get that confidence back, this is an option. So yes, I am now Dame Drops, aka Superman. Crazy.
Well, shout out to the man because he went through. Excuse me. He actually went through and got the Superman done, and this and the third. But I feel like some of this stuff could have been avoided. I'm not like I don't know the man for as an individual. He seems like a really cool dude, a really chill dude. He be doing his thing. I ain't gonna hold you, but I feel like some of this stuff could have been done. Cause like probably I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like it really could have been. He could have stopped it. But well, at least he got the option to get the prosthetic. But I don't feel like I would have got it. I don't feel like I would have gotten it. I feel like I probably would have. Excuse me. Start working out, keep my health instead. He seems like he does food reviews, so I'm pretty sure that could be like one of the cause of his health, but I don't know, man. But like I say, shout out to the man. He was able to especially express himself like that, because not a lot of men know how to do that. Because he was able to express himself, open his mind up, let people know that he got the Superman done. But I don't know. Me personally, like I say, I'm pretty sure he'll understand why I personally would have done it, because not a lot of people would have done it. But since he had the option, he did it. But imagine, like I said, bro, imagine you done messing or whatever with a one girl, but I'm pretty sure you have a wife, so your wife would have never done that to unless if you have the kind of wife that a hothead, where they just want to do petty stuff and grab your pump and throw it away. Like I said, I'm still not making fun of the men. I'm just thinking about the situation. I like to be creative when it comes to sceneries and stuff. Well, we definitely go get a part 2 on that one, because he had a part 2 about the doctor and stuff. We'll watch it, not now though. But for real, my boy Dame Drops. I'm probably chop your name off. I'm sorry, I probably chopped the frick out of your name. I appreciate that experience. That was a great experience. That was a great experience. I didn't know how this shit worked, but now I know. Well, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. See you next time now. See you next time. But I appreciate that. I really like that.